It's another day, another great day to be alive. I'm hoping that you're riding somewhere. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the weather before the tornadoes and the tropical storms. I'm hoping that you're getting some wind therapy. Welcome to Indian Motorcycle Radio. I'm Reverend Kenn Blanchard, and I'm your host for now. Two-wheel supporting, motorcycle riding, wind enjoying, people loving podcast. This week I got a chance to talk to somebody from our Facebook page. Yeah, we do have a Facebook page. Taresa Uncaged is our guest. And I got a big announcement right after this. Welcome to Indian Motorcycle Radio. And I'm your host, Reverend Kenn Blanchard. This is the show about Indian motorcycles and the people that ride and love them. What's going on with you cool people? This is probably my second summer without a bike, and it's crushing me. You know, my church, well, not my church, but the church that I attend is having a bike blessing on my birthday this Saturday. How cruel is that? I got my pastor in the riding, and he's connecting all his pastor buddies and biker clubs, and I got nothing. I'm going to have to, I'm looking for a rental motorcycle for the weekend already. Yeah, I am. Hardcore. It's going to be some bucks, though. Hopefully it doesn't break the bank. How you making out? What's happening in your part of the world? I'm looking forward to connecting with you. The Facebook page is growing. We get probably one or two people every couple of days. Some of them are them Nigerian princes. I had to boot them out before they start their reign of terror of gathering all your data and stuff and then trying to sell stuff to your mama. You know, that actually happened to my mother. Was it this year? Earlier part of the year, she called me on a Monday and said, I just can't take it anymore. I got to tell you. And I was like upset because I'm thinking, what's wrong? She said, I don't have any more money to give. Little Kenny is locked up, and he told me not to tell you, but I done already give some money out to try to get him out of jail. And I'm like, huh? She had been scammed, and the scammers told her that my son had got arrested and locked up in New Jersey, and he was arrested for being drunk driving, and he didn't want to tell his dad. And his friend asked to bail him out. Well, one, my son is a martial artist and doesn't drink. Two, his friends wouldn't do that, and I know all his friends. And three, he was at work. My mom had been scammed. She had taken money and sent it through Western Union. Probably lost about $750. From these jokers, which I wish I could find so that I could tell them about how it's not nice to take advantage of elders. Well, it's been a minute, and let me catch you up on what's going on with me. Rick is going to be working on bringing back the YouTube channel. He lost his computer, actually, so there'll be some videos coming back on our new Indian Radio YouTube channel whenever that thing gets to cranking again. Also, I am going to back away and be a producer of this show versus a host. But I might come in time to time if something breaks. If I get some breaking news, like I get a bike or something, doggone it. And I'm looking for a host. Yeah, I put the word out on our Facebook page, and guess what? Somebody answered the call. Hello? Yeah. And what's even cooler is that it's a woman. So we're going to try something different and see how it goes. Next couple episodes or more will be by our new host. She's a motorcycle rider. She rides an Indian. And she's our special guest. I'd like to introduce to you for the first time on this here channel which shall be hers soon, Taresa Uncaged. All right, Taresa, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Hello.
Thank you for being here. You are an Indian motorcycle rider yourself. How long you been riding?
I have been riding for a year next month in July. Yeah. So not very long.
Have you gone anywhere? Have you gone out of your neighborhood? Have you gone cross country? What have you done in your year?
Yeah. So I currently live in like South Central Florida, and I did take a trip about 600 plus miles up to Panama City Beach.
Nice.
That was my big first excursion about 4 months into riding.
Oh, that's all right there. Did you learn on your own? Did you get training? Who taught you about riding?
So the first thing I did was I took a motorcycle safety foundation course, the
Good
MSF,
stuff.
and then I got my bike and I just started putzing around the neighborhood.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you ride with anybody else?
Currently I do. My husband rides and my two best friends ride.
Nice.
So we do some group rides together. And I am part of the Indian Motorcycle Riders Group chapter around here. So I do ride with them monthly.
Cool.
Yeah.
As a pretty new rider, what would you recommend for other people that were trying to get into this?
Definitely take the MSF. They're super, super helpful in teaching you a lot of different things. And then practice until you're comfortable in your neighborhood, just in a parking lot. If you can find an empty parking lot, practice. That's what really helped me build my confidence. And within a month, I think I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out on the main roads and start going a little further. And I wasn't ready for too much, but take your time. Do what's comfortable for you.
Yeah, the road itself is friendly. It's them other people in those doggone cars that that make everything change.
100%. Yes. You got to watch out for all of the drivers that just refuse to see motorcycles.
It's hard to see it when you're watching the news and stuff on their phone and driving at the same time. Not that ever happens, not that you never see anybody watching a full-length movie on their dashboard. Not you ever see that. No. Indian motorcycle. You have a what? What do you ride?
I ride a 2020 Indian Scout Bobber in smoke white.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Did you have to order it or did you buy it off the showroom?
I got lucky. I was going to order it, and this one dealership that's about 50 miles away from me.
They're never close.
No, it's not. They were just taking one out of the box.
Oh, wow.
So I drove up there with the trailer. I was like, put it on the back. I'm taking it home.
That's how it's supposed to work. That's good right there.
Yeah, I got really lucky.
What about your bobber that you like?
Well, my favorite thing about the bobber is number one, there is no nonsense. There's nothing on it. It's a bobber. No, it's a newer bobber. So you've got a few bells and whistles, but there's no cruise control. There's no fancy dash, none of that. It's got a short fender. It's just very minimal. So to me, it's a very sleek, sexy style. And then with Indian, just about every Indian motorcycle is very low. They have a low seat height. So I'm only 5'4" and I can flat foot just about any bike I sit on, with the exception of the FTR. I do have to tippy toe that, but they just lowered that one 3 inches. So I may try to test ride that one soon.
What about the FTR that you like?
I love that it's a combination. It kind of takes a foot into the sport world. It's just a very rugged looking bike. And it looks like a monster to me. But it still has a great design to it. And they really considered the style when they were creating this performance machine.
Yeah, I like that too. Kind of reminds me of the bike that was on the Terminator that was, I think it was like a remote robot bike by itself, and it was like hunting and killing people. And the bike kind of looks like that. It's like kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would be good for anybody listening who has never picked up a bike, never walked into an Indian dealership to think about?
Someone told me there's a seat for every saddle. So when you walk in there and you're talking to somebody, you probably don't know what you want. So put your seat in the saddle and feel it out. If you're not comfortable, then that's not the one for you. And just keep sitting until you find the one for you. I know that for me as a new rider, I think it was like a month or 2 months where every single weekend I went to a dealership. I went to every dealership. And I found myself, hitting this dealership and that dealership, and then going back to Indian and hitting this dealership and that dealership and going back to Indian. And I almost bought a Softail. I was like almost sold on that Softail. And I was like, let me just go back to Indian one more time. And they ended up having the bike that I wanted. And they were like, well, we could give you this tire package and this battery package. And I was like, okay, the price point's great. It feels great. I keep coming back to you guys. This is the bike I'm supposed to ride.
All right. That's good stuff. The ride to Panama. Did it rain any? Did any crazy stuff that you remember?
No, it was a beautiful ride. We got so lucky. I was riding up to meet my friends who were meeting us about halfway from New Orleans.
Wow.
And it was an amazing trip. Now, being a new rider, I will say I was completely unprepared. So it was rough. It was rough on my body to do that whole thing in one day. I had no idea how challenging that would be.
The wind.
It was, yeah. And we took highway all the way up because, again, I just wanted to get up there and see my friends. I don't have a windscreen. I did not do really any modifications to the Scout. So it's not a touring bike. And to go that far on that little thing was rough with a loaded backpack for the weekend. It was definitely a memorable experience. I will never forget it. But just know that when you do those things, it's going to be rough. Take lots of breaks. But we had beautiful weather. I actually, I had worse weather, like going just a few hours over to Orlando when I wasn't supposed to have worse weather. And everything in my backpack was soggy. I ended up Ubering to a store to buy a whole new outfit.
You guys have those love bug things still swarming around?
Yes.
That's what I remember about Florida. Florida is like the bug capital on the back roads.
That is not fun. Where was I going? Goodness, I was heading up towards the Gainesville area, taking back roads this time, which was amazing. But man, it was love bug season. And I had to stop every 50 miles just to wipe off my helmet because it was so bad. So it was pretty annoying. I mean, again, these are experiences you build memories, but it was hilarious because I'm like, I only got 50 miles. What is happening right now?
I remember having knuckles and knees and the top of my helmet just covered in this like white stuff from this, all the. It's like, oh my goodness.
It's pretty gross. It's pretty gross.
Stuff only we know. I am so glad to finally meet you. There is a rumor that you may be the host of a new radio show called Indian Motorcycle Radio in the future. And I'm looking forward to how that transitions. What do you think, or where do you want to take the show if you were to take it over?
I would love to get a few more female perspectives on different aspects of riding.
Nice.
I know for me personally, like gear, it is so hard for me to find really great gear. And I talk to people and they're like, try this. And I'm like, oh, that's men's gear. but thank you for the for the suggestion. So I'd like to find a little bit more female input and help some other female writers out there, and also maybe bring more awareness to the younger motorcycle generation as well. I feel like there was like a big gap, and now we're seeing some more younger riders get back into it. So I'd like to, make them aware. Hey, Indian motorcycles out there. It's an option for you. We have a great community with the IMRG chapters, and there's so many of them. So right now, that's kind of where I'm thinking that we're gonna bring in some new things.
That sounds good. What's on the clothing thing? I'm gonna start looking for it now. What's missing? What you don't have for you guys?
So I find that some of even the female style jackets just don't fit well. They just don't fit right. They don't
They're
fit
just
well.
small men.
Yeah,
They're just faking it. They didn't really try.
It's not uncomfortable, but again, it's not great. A lot of the gloves that I buy that are for women are just too small. I mean, with what I do, I work a lot with my hands, and I don't know, I just want a little bit more comfort there.
Okay.
But with the same amount of protection. Helmets are usually pretty good. I can get like an extra small helmet, and that's usually not an issue. I haven't found a great pair of riding jeans either.
Wow.
So, I mean, I wear regular denim, but I'd love to find a really great pair of like Kevlar riding jeans.
Yeah. Stylish too. Not looking like
comfortable that doesn't look crazy.
Like the Tin Man's clothes from Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I got you.
So just a few things here and there. And then I'd like to get perspectives also on like, we don't have, let's say, a winter in Florida, but
right.
We do get a cold season. And I know being my first year, I was totally unprepared for the cold season when riding. So somebody gave me like a winter riding suit, which was great. But some people that are not from around here, that are from up north, that have more information on that, that would be great to get out there and share, women's winter gear. What's it like? What do you recommend? No, it's not all going to be women based. I do have a lot of male friends that ride, and I do want to talk to a lot of variety of people. So it's not going to be a women's based show, but
oh no, it's just
new perspectives.
When you think about people don't think outside of their own stuff sometimes, and unless you open the door to thinking, unless you imagine that it's not for you only, you'll never get out of it. So the fact that somebody listening right now going, damn, I didn't know that. And that's all we're trying to do, is make sure this is more inclusive, that we get more people, everybody involved in this thing, because it's a really, really cool thing to be in. And that's the best part about writing, is that you meet cool people. And it doesn't have to be all dudes either. It can be everybody. And I remember the first time, this is going to sound really, really messed up, but I was in Delaware, and we was on a family trip. And the first time I saw a whole boatload of women riders, freaked me out. I was like, look, it's women. And you'd have thought I was watching a herd of unicorns or something, because of how excited I was. And my wife was like, they're just women. I was like, no, but you never see them. It's like one per 500 on the road. And it was like a whole bunch of them in Delaware. So I'm about growing our thing, growing our sport, growing our family. And I'm glad you're part of this thing.
Thank you. I am too.
As we we also was talking about recording. You're going to be doing some video, and I'm hoping that the audio comes through on the video. So as you guys listen,
yes, let
me and Taresa know if the audio is okay, because we're going to be doing some experimenting. She's going to be recording while she's writing, and I'm like an audio snob now. Been doing this thing for a minute. So, but I'm open to learning, and I'm open to change, and I want to know what you think. So let us know as I produce, as she hosts, as we grow Indian Motorcycle Radio. Taresa, thank you so much for your time, and we'll look forward to what's coming in the future.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, I just blabbed a whole bunch of stuff out. Anything that I missed that you want to share?
Let me think about that. Well, when I take over, just know that there's a whole season. I call it spooky season, where it might get a little strange because it is the only thing that rivals my passion for motorcycles is spooky season. And it starts usually about mid-August through mid-November. So I will try to include a lot of spooky season stuff into our Indian motorcycle content. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. That'll be fun for you.
All right. That's cool right there. Had no idea. Now, what do you call that?
I call it spooky season. A lot of people like Halloween, but that's one day. I like Halloween all year long. So funny story, for my birthday, my best friend bought me this doll. It looks like a zombie baby. And yeah, it was a great thing. So we went to brunch and they gave me this doll. And I was like, well, the baby has to go riding with us now. And my best friend, he has a touring bike. So we strapped the zombie baby on the back of the bike, looking out at everybody. And while we were riding, I had him, go up in front and then go behind, and just to get that oh my gosh factor on the road. And I did get some video of us riding with this crazy zombie baby on my birthday.
You're one of them. Okay, I got you there. I never forget. There was I'm not sure if it still exists, but either in Ocean City, Myrtle Beach, it was some beach with a boardwalk. There was this really small shop that was like hidden from view, but I found it and I walked in there, and everybody had like different color eyes, and you could buy like vampire teeth, like dentures, and it was a whole cult thing in there. It was like where Marilyn Manson might go to shop, or Rob Zombie would hang out. And my wife was looking at me like, why are we in here? And how does this place exist? And I was thinking, all right, I'm getting the contact lenses, I'm getting the teeth. And then I was like, I'm more of a werewolf, not a vampire. So where can I go? And I'm looking around, and then she was like, only you would be here. Because you go with everybody. It's like you're like the ambassador of the world. I was like, yeah, these are a different group, but they're still my people. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. So even through the spooky season, you guys ride safe, and I will look forward to talking to you all soon here on Indian Motorcycle Radio. So I'm hoping that you will like Taresa. We had some first, when you first meet somebody, worked out, clicked for me. I'm hoping that what she's going to try is entertaining and educational and fun to listen to. And we'll see where it goes. Meanwhile, I'm still dealing with my home issue with my missus, my wife, not being home. She's still in recovery, still dealing from the trauma to her body and to her head from having brain surgery. So that's a little hard on us. And dealing with that too, Thank you for those who pray. Thank you for those who have sent well wishes. Thank you for you, my riding family. I'll join you again here shortly. And in the meantime, prepare for Taresa. And if you like this podcast, and if you can think of anything I can do a little bit better, if you want to be a correspondent, if you want to be a part of the team, hit me back at Facebook on Indian Motorcycle Radio's Facebook page, or hit my email up at kenn.blanchard@gmail.com. Or you can look at us all at BlanchardNetwork.com. Got 5 shows there now. The newest one we just added over the weekend. Guns and Cornbread. Hunting stories from my friend up in West Virginia. BlanchardNetwork.com. And finally, if you'd like to support this show, support me, help me. BuyMeACoffee.com/motorcycle. Thanks. All right, my friends, that's it for this week. I want to thank you for listening, downloading, and subscribing to your favorite righteous podcast, Indian Motorcycle Radio. Now may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon you. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Kickstands up. Let's ride.